I think this dude's not just an asshole. He's Colonel asshole. He's Sergeant fucking asshole, Captain asshole. One of the biggest, stinkiest assholes I've come across in the subreddit. All right, buds. Let's read some Am I the Asshole? Let's determine whether people are assholes or not, and then maybe they'll watch the videos and take our takes into real life. Am I the asshole for telling my 6-year-old that Santa isn't real? I, 39 male, was watching the movie Elf with my wife, 32, and 6-year-old daughter. We reached the scene where the elves are working on Santa's sled to make it fly because not enough people believe in Santa. My daughter latches onto this and just keeps asking, is Santa real? Her mother said yes, but my daughter kept asking me as well. I said, Santa is a great idea and a lot of fun, but no, he is not real. Oh God, you're such an asshole. For some context, I love Christmas, but I didn't get to celebrate Christmas until I had a family of my own. I was raised in a family whose religion prohibited Christmas. I couldn't wait to get out and experience all the moments I had missed. So we do Christmas as big as we can, and all the stereotypical traditions, and for the past 5 Christmases, I passionately went along with the Santa idea with my daughter, even though I told my wife that I didn't like lying to her, and I didn't see the point about lying about something that would eventually come out no matter what. I also told my wife that I wouldn't lie if I was ever asked. Well, the moment finally came and she asked me, and I said he wasn't real. At first, my daughter was fine. My wife gave her some long explanation as to why she is lucky we get her presents. My daughter didn't really like this explanation and she was upset. We both told her that some parents work really hard to convince their kids Santa exists and that she shouldn't try to convince kids otherwise. My wife definitely felt like I should have lied. Eventually, my wife asked my daughter if learning that Santa wasn't real changed how she feels about Christmas, and my daughter said, kinda. Oh, that's so sad. My wife thinks I should have lied, that kids believing in Santa is harmless, and that I can't relate to Christmas from a child's perspective because I didn't have those experiences. I think we played a long tradition for as long as we could, but when my daughter directly asked me, the truth was the better option. I can't really walk this one back, and we will all have a good holiday, but am I the asshole? So his daughter's 6? Oh, bro. Is this guy an asshole for telling his daughter Santa isn't real at the tender fucking age of 6 years old while watching Elf? Okay, so 65% of you say yes, 29% say no, 6% say everyone sucks here. You know, like, I think he's a fucking asshole. Asshole. 6 years old, you could have kept the fucking facade going a little bit longer. I don't even remember how I found out Santa wasn't real. You know why? Because my parents didn't make a big fucking deal out of it, probably. I don't think you need to tell your kid. Who am I? I'm the guy who just had a fucking vasectomy with no kids. So take my fucking opinion with a grain of salt. I'm just saying, if I did have kids, I'd keep that facade going for as long as I can because it's such a harmless fucking thing. You're going to regret that when you can't do those things because your daughter's like, why the fuck am I leaving carrots, cookies, and milk out? There's no fucking reindeer. Rudolph ain't getting a carrot. I know you're just going to eat the cookies when I go to sleep, Dad. And who's drinking this milk? Not fucking Santa. So what's the point? You ruin all this shit. I don't know. I don't think it's cool. Santa was real, but he was not a great person, and Coca-Cola Santa is a sick pervert criminal. I said it. What? Yeah, I feel like this is such a nonchalant piece of shit dad way to say it. Oh, honey, my 6-year-old daughter asked me a question. I had to be honest with her. She's 6. What the fuck you want from me? Am I some kind of liar? Do you think I'm a liar? No. You tell your 6-year-old daughter Santa's real, you piece of garbage. That's what you do. Very little magic in kids' lives, and quickly time will be less and less. Why take that away from your child in the moments of joy you can have? Great point. It's exactly how I feel. Was Santa really all that important to you? Legit. Honestly, so coming from me, it was. Maybe that's why I'm so heated about this one, because yeah, for me it was. We had a tough upbringing, and I don't want to harp on it too much. A lot of people have tough upbringings. I'm just saying, me and my sister and my brother, we just had it wasn't the greatest at times, right? And that's not speaking ill of my parents. It just wasn't. It's just the way it was. So Christmas time and Santa and all that stuff, it was very needed. Santa's a way to manipulate child behaviors as the naughty and nice. That's my hot take. That is true though. Yeah, it's a good way to manipulate behavior. You need to be fucking good, or I swear to God, Brett, Santa is not gonna bring you WWF the Music Volume 4. Okay? You want that WWF the Music Volume 4? Well, then you better shut the fuck up and go to bed. I mean, I just really think they should have had a better plan. If you're gonna tell her, Dad should have found a way to not crush her and felt like her mom was lying to her. Yeah. Do I think he's an asshole for telling his kid that Santa's not real? A little bit, sure. I think he's more of an asshole just the way he did it. And taking out his childhood trauma on his kid, asshole. Let's see what Reddit thinks. A very mild, you're the asshole. Okay, grilled stuffed dragon. What do you got, bud? It isn't that you told your daughter too soon or something. It's that you decided to directly contradict your wife in front of your daughter. You could... What the... just happened. You could, read should, have deflected answering directly, then had a conversation with your wife in private about when to broach the topic of Santa's existence to your daughter. Kind of a thing to hear your wife tell your daughter, yes, he's real, and then you immediately go against it. Yeah, asshole. I agree with this as well. My son asked me for 5 years he was real, and I countered that question by asking, what do you think? That's what one of you guys said, right? And he would reply, I still believe he's real. And then I would respond by saying, I believe in the magic of Christmas. We went on with those for 5 years until he said, I'm not so sure to the question. He said he truly wanted to know, and I told him mommy and daddy are Santa Claus, and he said he wished we would not have told him, and we ruined Christmas. Anyway, he's a really sensitive kid. He will be 11 this year. Okay. Yes, I want to know. Okay, he's not real. You ruined Christmas. Am I the asshole for getting upset when my partner packs her lunch for the next day before we've even had a chance to eat our dinner? Okay. Normally, I'm the one who cooks because I enjoy it and I'm the better cook. When my partner gets home from work, the meal is usually ready or close to ready. She sets the table, it's just us, no kids, and usually she will wash her lunchbox and immediately pack her lunch for tomorrow straight from the stove. This is done before we've even had a chance to sit down and eat the meal I've cooked. I don't know why exactly this behavior really annoys me. She says it's because she's tired after eating and doesn't want to do it then. But I've pointed out that she can pack her lunch after she has washed the dinner plates. Oh, God. And while I am putting the leftovers into Tupperware containers. This also happened to me once or twice when we've had guests for dinner. To me, making her lunch plate before anyone else has a chance to eat the food feels like self-serving behavior. She's literally serving herself first. Maybe it's petty, but it bothers me, and when I mentioned it to her, she got defensive and said that I was creating a fake problem. While it's not a big issue, it's an action that makes me feel not good, and she has the ability to change her behavior but refuses to. Am I the asshole, and is this not a thing, or should she wait until after we eat to pack her lunch? Okay. Okay, so is the poster an asshole for getting mad at his wife for packing her lunch before they actually even eat the dinner? Yes? No, or does everyone suck here? Does everyone suck? Yeah, not a big issue, but wrote this. It's not a huge issue, but I'm just going to come to Reddit and see what these intelligent folks think of it. Sandra, that's what got me after she washes the dinner plates. Okay, so 73% of you say yes, this person's an asshole. 18% say no, and 9% say everyone sucks. Kind of a non-issue, but I guess it bothers him, so find some sort of common ground. If you're making enough food for her to take some for lunch today, why does it even matter? Let her live. If they have people over, it's kind of an asshole thing to do. Okay, so there's where my take lies too. If it's a problem, so here's the thing. If me and Tor just have dinner, nobody's here. If I did something like that or she did something like that, I honestly wouldn't even think about it. I wouldn't even think it's weird or anything at all. I've never seen anyone do it, but when people are over, it's a little, what's the word? Like quirky? Is it like, it's not worth coming to Reddit and making a fucking deal of, or maybe you go to Reddit and see what other people think. But like, he brought it up to her and she said, and when I mentioned it to her, she got defensive and said I was creating a fake problem. I mean, like, if it bothers you that much, I wonder what else bothers this person that much. Like, I'm not going to give any examples because my marriage is perfect and my wife is perfect and I'm perfect and we both do perfect things and never piss the other person off, okay? I can maybe give examples from other things that I've heard, you know? But I think the dude posting's an asshole. I do think they're an asshole, but like every relationship is going to have little quirks that annoy you. You're going to get on each other's nerves. It's just the fucking way it is, right? But Tori's never done anything that's gotten on my nerves so much that I have to come to Reddit about it. So maybe this relationship just ain't working, you know? All right, let's see what the intelligent Redditors say. You're the asshole because you get upset without a reason. Your wife likes your lunch enough to be sure she'll like them without even tasting them first. That's a compliment of awesome proportions. Okay, maybe. To make sure that everyone can eat their heart out, her lunch portion is already put aside, so there's no fuss about that either. She could pack a lunch at a million different times, but she chooses this one, and you can't even say what's bothering you about it. But there's something a bit alarming, and I hope I'm wrong. To me, making her lunch plate before anyone else has a chance to eat the food feels like self-serving behavior. She's literally serving herself first, combined with, it's just us, no kids. Are you that insulted she serves herself before you? You're the only other. All right, frustrated Froggy. You got me a little fucking frustrated now. Read the whole post, Froggy, not just the headline. Am I the asshole for calling animal control on my wife's foster dog? Cover your ears. My wife and I have fostered dogs before, and in 2021, we were asked to foster a puppy from an overflowing shelter. The puppy had some health issues and became highly reactive. My wife sort of threw up her hands, and for 1.5 years, I became the sole caretaker of the puppy and also my dog. For example, I couldn't take both of them for a walk at the same time, so I would get up 90 minutes before work so I could walk each individually. I spent about 3 hours a day just walking both of them. After a year and a half of classes and the rescue deeming the dog unadoptable, I was ready to adopt the little dog. However, she started showing aggression to my other dog and even cats. And after attacking my dog, I realized I couldn't handle him and we had to put him down for the safety of my dog and cats, something that traumatized me. I still have nightmares and cry when I think about him. Several months later, my wife wanted to foster another dog and I did not. However, I said she could, but she would 100% be responsible for taking... Okay, so sorry. They've already went through this once and now the wife's turning around saying she wants to do this again. Okay. I even had her sign a piece of paper saying I would have... Okay, bro. She would walk it, feed it, etc. Oh my, you're an asshole. Just for that, you're... Okay, whatever. Well, last weekend, she went to visit her parents who live about 45 minutes away. I asked if she was going to take the dog, and she asked if I could watch him. I said no. She got mad and said she would kennel him. Again, I asked if it was a good idea, and she said she was only going to be gone for 3 hours. 6 hours later, and my wife's not responding. The dog is barking, probably because it's hungry or has to go to the bathroom. I called animal control to get it, basically saying it's my wife's dog, but she left and is not responding, and I don't know what else to do. I see edits. I'm just processing this information. There's a lot here. Edit. The dog was not barking for 6 hours. It was probably napping for about 5 hours. It started barking and I texted my wife to see where she was. About 10 minutes later, my neighbor complained, at what time I called my wife and she did not answer. That is when I called animal control. They showed up about 15 minutes later. The dog was only barking for about 25 minutes. What? 25 minutes? I get it. I'm a bit of a head case, but am I the asshole? Bro! 25 minutes is all it took. So by saying all this and whatever and blah, 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 whatever, he's already prepping for the fact that he knows he's an asshole, but here's all this stuff. You know what I mean? He was under no obligation, but was an asshole to me when he said he made their signed paperwork. True. There's so much to unpack here that I almost forgot about that. I didn't see the poll results, honestly, but I kind of think you guys think he's an asshole. That's what I think, because I think you're crazy if you don't. I think this dude's not just an asshole. He's Colonel asshole. He's Sergeant fucking asshole, Captain asshole. One of the biggest, stinkiest assholes I've come across in the subreddit. My wife wanted to foster another dog, and I did not. However, I said she could, but would 100% be responsible for taking him. Why in God's name would you allow this when you know she won't take care of the dog? Her signing a contract is completely unnecessary and unenforceable because you know her history with caring for fosters. That said, man, oh man, are you a jerk for allowing this dog to suffer? All to what? Prove a point? Punish your wife? Everyone sucks here. Y'all should never be allowed to foster again. So, yo, do we need to fucking read another one? You let a dog suffer to prove a point to punish your wife? What kind of fucking psycho shit is that? It's arguably harder to pick up the phone and call animal control and deal with animal control coming to your house than it would have been to just get up and see what the fuck was wrong with the dog. Maybe the dog wanted a little bit of attention. Maybe the dog just wanted to be pet. Maybe the dog's got to take a shit. Why not take him outside? Let him take a shit. Maybe your wife comes home and you just kind of go, hey, look, we had this discussion. This shouldn't be a thing. I had to do this. I had to do this. You're still an ass. I already feel like an asshole even saying all this. You know, you don't just let the fucking dog suffer. Anyways, let's see if we can get a good one. This one looks harmless. This one looks harmless. Am I the asshole for not having matches in my bathroom? A close relative of mine was in my neighborhood and asked to come over after a plan of his fell through. I, of course, told him to come over. After talking for a bit, he asked to use our bathroom. We live in a 2-bed, 2-bath apartment, and it's the primary bathroom for my 3-year-old toddler. He group texted my wife and I from the bathroom after a few minutes, saying we should have matches in the bathroom for guests. After he comes out, he repeats the point that we should have matches in the bathroom. So he group chats while taking a shit, and then he comes out and doubles down. Okay, that's funny. We went back and forth with his main point that it is discourteous not having matches in the bathroom for guests. My main argument is it's not like a universal truth that bathrooms need matches, and it's not rude to not have matches or even an expectation to have him, and it's our bathroom for our toddler. His suggestion was I put them in the medicine cabinet. Bro... In summary, my relative thinks I'm the asshole for not having matches in the bathroom, and I think he is for thinking it's standard and starting an argument. Am I the asshole? So, like, wait, his sibling thinks he's an asshole for not having matches in the bathroom? I'm gonna do a poll, but I don't even know why. How often do you go to your friends' houses and take shits? I don't think I've ever taken a shit at my friend's house. I'm too uncomfortable. I only shit at my own house, or like if I shit at work, it's like it's an emergency. How often are you shitting at your friend's house? You're like, bro, you need matches. Stat. If I don't see a match in here by the end of the day, like by the time I leave, I will never shit in your house again. I bought matches for the science stream, I think, and then we just brought them into the bathroom, and I realized it is a great shit masker. And then when we ran out of them, I was like, damn, I do wish we had more matches. Because when you spray Febreze, now it just smells like flowery shit. Okay, so 90% of you say no, and 10% of you say yes. You've never considered keeping matches in the bathroom? I've never considered it as like a staple, like hand soap or something, but matches are hard to find. I know because of the science stream. I found matches at Canadian Tire in like the hunting section. Not the asshole. It's as much of a standard as poop knives. What the fuck does that mean? What's the poop knife reference? This is a Reddit meme that I'm not getting. It's on Amazon? Is it actually called a poop knife? Originalpoopknife.com. Friends help friends flush. I thought it would be like the size of like a fireplace poker. But you're not going to reach in with like a short thing to poke a fire because you don't want to get too close to it. That's how I feel about shit. Does it give us dimensions? Strong metal core, hygienic silicone. What are people shitting? It started from this. The poop knife 3 years ago. Oh, what did Tommy say? I just walked in from a 2-hour meeting of people talking about dumb shit, tuned into BMD looking for some intellectually stimulating conversation, and bam, fucking poop knife. A poop knife? I can't believe this is real. A silicone spatula. I've never heard of this.
2 days later.
I wish I knew something was coming because then I would have chilled out and not opened it already so you could have seen my real reaction. But you can still see what was sent to me courtesy of Tommy and Allie and Nano. A legit poop knife.